New Zealanders joke that Australians claim much of our Kiwi success. But both countries can be proud of Leslie Herbert William Hewitt. Born in Victoria and raised in the South Island, Hewitt thrilled race fans on both sides of the Tasman and further afield at the start of the 20th century. He was known as Tod, the nickname earned when Hewitt became the first Southern Hemisphere jockey to adopt the short riding style made famous by American Todd Sloan. Hewitt discovered his talent for riding at a Southland station in the 1890s. He turned to the track in 1897 and won his first race on Sparrow in the Winton Guineas. Hewitt's crouching style with a shorter stirrup length initially caused a stir. A newspaper declared his odd perch in the saddle was a passing phase which won't last for long. Dunedin's Harry Goodman gave Hewitt an apprenticeship, although he never completed it because of a 6-month disqualification. The suspension didn't stop Hewitt from racing in Australia, where he won the Toorak Handicap on a 50-to-1 chance called Elva. When Hewitt returned, he was snapped up by training legend Dick Mason and his owner George Stead in Christchurch. He was hired as the number 2 rider. An amazing 85 winners from 172 rides in the Stead colours showed who was the top jockey. Hewitt's dominance of the country's major carnivals was unprecedented. At the 1904 New Zealand Cup meeting, he won 14 of the 28 races, and he didn't have rides in all of them. The victories included the New Zealand Cup, Derby, Oaks, and the Welcome Stakes. He carried that form to Australia for their principal meeting in 1905. Hewitt was the leading rider with 8 wins over 4 days, including the AJC Derby on Noctua form. Hewitt ranked Machine Gun, Royal Artillery and Menchikov as great horses, but his number 1 was Cruciform, with his victory over Great Australian mare Wakeful in the 1903 AJC Spring Stakes. In 1907, Hewitt packed his saddle for Britain. He earned acclaim by winning the Royal Hunt Cup on Lally, with one of the biggest betting handicaps of the year at 100-6. His crowning moment was claiming the English classic, the 1,000 guineas, on Tagalea. The continent called, and Hewitt rode in Germany and Austria for royal members of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, including the Kaiser. Hewitt was lucky to escape Europe before World War I. A Belgian barman warned him that war was imminent. The jockey stowed away on a boat bound for England. Germany invaded Belgium the next day. The Great Escape was perfect fodder for Hewitt. He loved updating his race fans about his riding and international adventures. Hewitt returned to New Zealand in 1915 and helped form the first Jockeys Association. He was the spokesman during the jockey strike in 1920 and was instrumental in obtaining better conditions for jockeys. That caused Hewitt to fall out of favour with racing officials, so he departed for India. He rode and then trained for the Maharaja of Idar and other royal owners. Hewitt was twice leading trainer and returned often to New Zealand to buy bloodstock. Hewitt ran an apprentice school for a number of years in India before retiring to Auckland, where he died in 1952. Hewitt finished his riding career with 911 wins from 3,198 rides. He also recorded 767 placings, an incredible strike rate for any jockey in any era.